Good morning, my dear students. Congratulations, you have reached Module 4. This module is your last module for this semester. You are now ready for the next step of learning English for academic and professional purposes. This module will let you try to write different technical or scientific reports applicable to your strand. This is already the last part of your course, so give it your best efforts. To learn more effectively, do not forget to enjoy learning. This is where you start to design and conduct a survey that will be useful in making the various technical and scientific reports. This is something that you can use in your future profession and a good background for your research subjects. Before we start, I do expect that at the end of the lesson, you will be able to, number 1, determine the objectives and structures of various kinds of reports. And number 2, write various reports. To do well, in this module, you need to remember the following. We have 8 reminders. Number 1, read text carefully so that you can easily comprehend what you are reading. Number 2, answer questions with all honesty. Success does not come from copying from others. It is made possible by trying hard on your own so that you can learn even from your mistakes. Number 3, review your answers. Number 4, follow the instructions given and ask if there is something that you did not understand. Number 5, do the task given and do not delay in submitting your requirements or your answers or your modules. Number 6, feel free to communicate with your teacher or teachers. There is no harm in asking for clarification so that you will not be lost in confusion. So in your modules, you can see there the contact numbers of your subject teachers. You can message them. Also, you have your group chat. You can message your teachers on Messenger. Number 7, remember to review every time you are done answering the activities. And the last reminder is that your number 8, have fun as you learn. This course is very important no matter what your strand is. When you have fun, you can easily learn the lessons. In the previous module, you have learned about writing position papers. You have learned the elements of a position paper. And what are these? These are the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. Also, you have learned the 2 basic of writing, which specialized at convincing. This time, in this module, you will learn about the various kinds of reports. And later, you will make a report. Now, I want you to get your modules, your answer sheets, and go through it as we discuss our new lesson. Before we begin with our discussion, I want you to turn your modules to page 3. Read the list of writing reports. Put a check mark beside the report that you may have encountered before. Write your answers on the answer sheets provided for you. Do that in 3 minutes.
Few moments later.
Are you done? Okay. Now let's proceed to our discussion. What do we mean when we say reports or report? What comes into your mind when you hear this word? Reports are essential to keep an updated account of an event, situation, and organization. These are the documents that wish to inform, to analyze, or recommend. Reports are often expressed through oral presentation or written. The common mediums of these reports are speeches. What else? Television, radios, and even films. What about report writing? Do you know about report writing? Okay, when we say report writing, it is making a detailed statement about the company, an event, a situation, and or an occurrence which is based on observation, investigation, and inquiries. Now, we have the basic structures of reports or the parts of reports. We have 9 parts. First one is the title page. Are you familiar with this? Of course. So, you can see here the title, author's name, and the date of submission. Another part is your table of contents. You can see here the list of sections, subsections, and appendices. 3, we have your executive summary or the abstract. Here you can see the summary of the entire report. 4th part is your introduction. Introduction is where you can see the purpose of your report, the background, methods of investigation or your research methodology, scope and limitation. And the 5th is your discussion. Discussion is where you can see the analysis of facts obtained. Next is your conclusions. Conclusions is where you can see the deductions based on findings. Another part is your recommendations. Recommendations is where you can see the suggestions and advice based on conclusions. References. It is where you can see your list of references. And the last part is your appendices. Appendices is where you can see the supplementary materials or other supporting data. Alright, so how did you find the new information you have learned? I hope it could help you as you accomplish the exercises that are found in your modules. Alright, so now please turn your modules to page 7. Identify the following reports and describe them according to purpose and structure. Write your answers on the answer sheet. I'll give you 10 minutes to do that.
Few moments later.
Okay, you are doing great. Well, different types of reports including business, scientific, and research reports. But the basic steps for writing them are the same. These are, number 1 step is you must decide on the terms of references. What do we mean by this? To decide on the terms of references for your report, read your instructions and any other information you have been given about the report. And think about the purpose of the report. So, what is it about? What is exactly needed? Or why is it needed? So, that is your first step in writing your report. Number 2 step is decide on the procedure. This means planning your investigation or research and how you will write the report. Ask yourself, what information do I need? Do I need to do any background reading? What articles or documents do I need? What else? Do I need to contact the library for assistance? Do I need to interview or observe people? Do I have to record data? Or How will I go about this? Number 3, find the information. Make sure the information you find is relevant and appropriate. Number 4, decide on the structure. Reports generally have a similar structure, but some details may differ. How they differ usually depends on the type of report. If it is a research report, laboratory report, what else? Business reports, investigative report, and many more. How formal the report has to be. What else? The length of the report. Okay. So, depending on the type of the report, the structure can include a title page, contents, an introduction, terms of reference, procedure, findings, conclusions, recommendations, reference, or bibliography. Number 5, draft the first part of your report. Once you have your structure, write down the headings and start to fill these in with the information you have gathered so far. By now, you should be able to draft the terms or references, procedures, and findings, and start to work out what will go in the report's appendix. Number 6, analyze your findings and draw conclusions. The conclusion is where you analyze your findings and interpret what you have found. Don't include any information in the conclusion. Number 7, make recommendations. Recommendations are what you think the solution to the problem is and or what you think should happen next. To help you decide what you recommend or what to recommend, reread your findings and conclusions. Number 8, draft executive summary and table of contents. An executive summary is usually about 100 words long. It tells the readers what the report is about and summarize the recommendations. Number 9, compile the reference list. This is a list of all the sources you have referred to in the report and uses APA referencing. Number 10, revise your draft report. It is always important to revise your work. So those are the basic steps that you need to remember in making or in writing your report. Now let us take a look at this sample report. This is a report made by a maintenance personnel for the head of the department. This is an example of a very simple and basic report which you would also make someday when you work. So that is an example of report. Now I want you to arrange the parts of reports. How should the parts be arranged? Rewrite the parts in proper sequence. Write your answers on your answer sheet. I'm giving you 3 minutes to do that.
Few moments later.
I know you are done already. Before we end our lesson, I will give you another activity to be accomplished within the day. Note that in your practical research 2 subject, you will be required to submit the abstract of your research. An abstract is an example of a report. It is a short summary of your research paper. And so, your abstract will be your output for this module. There is a rubric given to serve as your guide in making the report. It is on page 29 of your module. Good luck and enjoy. This is a very important skill to prepare you for your research subjects and even your future profession. Have a good day. Enjoy answering your activities in your modules. Bye-bye.